Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Back to school season in full swing here for GMSA. We made our way down to Floresville to check in with what they're preparing for this year coming up here and the exciting changes coming to the district.
And we're taking a look at some of your TransGuide traffic cameras. Some major construction concerns on the north side of town along Loop 1604. We're going to break it all down. Also give you an update of what to look out for in the roads as we open up some more schools for the start of class.
I guess my commute in this morning was twice as long as normal, so RJ will touch on that in just a little bit, but welcome into GMSA.
Welcome back. Our second day of back to school season has started. I will say yesterday I was out at Northside ISD with Helotes Elementary.
Yes.
Awesome experience, so much fun, but I don't know if you guys noticed, by the time my first live shot was, my hair was like this. By the end of the day, it was like this. Call me Diana Ross right now because meteorologist Justin Horn, that humidity was just intense out there.
It was supreme.
Hey!
Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself.
Jeffney, I didn't notice at all. Your hair looked.
It did. It was on point.
look
It was
at
on
you.
point.
It looked great.
That's what you're supposed to say, Justin.
I know the correct one. Been married a while. Hey, let's take a look at the setup here. We've got an outflow boundary coming in from northwest Texas. Now it's still way up there, but it's generated some storms. There, Wichita Falls, seeing some good rain this morning. Some of that will move towards Dallas. This outflow boundary will work in our direction today. Now, timing is still a little questionable here, but as it moves in with some of the heating this afternoon, I do think it will help to generate some pop-up downpours. We didn't see a lot yesterday. Some of us did get a little bit of rain. I think the coverage will be slightly better today. So for that reason, we've got a 30% chance of rain kicking in mainly late afternoon. So we'll call for 30% chance of 4 o'clock, 6 p.m. By the way, it's still going to be hot. We don't avoid that. 99 for a high today. Heat index values will still be over 100. But we have more rain chances this week. Another 30% chance tomorrow. Smaller chances Thursday and Friday. A little better chance again as some deeper moisture comes in Saturday. All things we're watching. And the Perseid meteor shower. That's going to peak tomorrow. We'll give you some information on that. It's a pretty cool thing to see if you want to check it out. But let's check out the roads now. RJ, what's going on out there?
All right, Justin, day 2 of back to school, and I will say that yesterday the roads actually looked pretty good. So hopefully we continue on with that pace as we get your Tuesday morning going. Thank you again for being with us. 90 right there, military traffic's looking pretty good. Take a shot there, 35, 37. That's going to be getting you to parts of the Pearl, a little bit north of the downtown area. All right, so north side of town, we have got a pretty significant construction closure still in place at the moment. This is going to be all of our eastbound traffic, Loop 1604, basically from Northwest Military to Blanco Road. But TxDOT also reported yesterday that this was affecting all of our drivers that are coming eastbound on Lock Hill Selma as well. So this entire stretch of 1604 seeing some major construction. This will be in place throughout the better part of the week during the overnight hours. So 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Blanco Road, also the north and southbound parts of Blanco Road are being affected at the moment. Let's take a quick look at the northeast side of town. Traffic is moving along on the northbound lanes. Southbound lanes seeing a little bit of delays out there. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, RJ. And this morning, you hear the jingle, 4,000 students getting ready to head back to Bell, and when that bell rings again for their first day of school in Floresville.
Yes, our Devin Karp is live there this morning with a look at what is new for this year. Devin, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. We made our way down south here into Floresville South Elementary. I'm standing here with Dr. Schluter. Good morning. How's it going?
Good morning. It's going great.
Thank you for being here early for us. We appreciate it. I know you guys got a little while to that first bell rings, but first off, first day, got all the kiddos coming in. How you guys feeling?
We are super excited. In just a short little bit, we'll have about 1,000 students entering our building, and we are ready for them.
That's fantastic. I know y'all got some awesome stuff coming this school year. What are some of the exciting things to look forward to in Floresville ISD?
One of the things we're especially excited about is this year our school board adopted a hybrid calendar. So in our second and fourth quarter, we'll be in 4-day weeks. Families and students are especially excited about those 3-day weekends as we get closer to winter break and then after spring break, and that'll be something new for us.
Awesome. But just to be clear, that's not going to start off right away, right? We got a little bit of time before we get into that.
October 17th is the first Friday.
17th. Sounds good to me. Awesome. What are y'all excited for with being able to, really take that time to make sure that the students get all that education, all that learning time? Probably means a little less homework too, I would imagine.
Yes, absolutely. And this summer, our teachers have worked really hard with the teaching and learning team, designing a robust professional development. So they've been honing their craft to use that extra time so that they can plan for our students to ensure that our students are receiving the best instruction here in Floresville ISD.
Fantastic. Okay, I got to ask, first day of school always comes with some jitters for the kiddos. How are you guys feeling? Doing good?
We're really, really excited. One thing that we do ask is parents, just remember those school zones, never pass a bus, and to give us patience as we ensure that every kid gets to and from school safely every day.
Do you have a favorite part of the first day of school, like any traditions y'all typically do, whether it's your family or in the school here?
Absolutely. So on the first day, we do welcome families in to be able to walk their children to class every day, and just seeing the families in the hall and hug their kids goodbye. I think sometimes the families are more excited about the first day of school. So we're excited to welcome all of our families back. We've missed them.
Yeah, I bet some families probably, maybe closer to the kindergarten age, a little bit more torn up than some of the fifth graders or so, getting there for sure. Yeah, awesome. Absolutely. Fantastic. Well, hey, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, we are going to be here for the rest of GMSA, checking in with what's coming up at the district, giving you guys all the info you need to start off the school year on a good foot. For now, we'll send it back. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
All right, Devin, I love a good balloon art.
Yeah.
Beautiful back there. Okay, so right now, KSAT.com, we got everything that you need to know to make sure your kiddos are ready for the first day of school. KSAT wants to see how your family is starting off the new year as well. Please send those pictures in. We saw a bunch of little cuties with their new gear on and their backpacks. We want you to share them right now. KSAT Connect. We share some of them on air or online, so please get your pictures in. All right, switching up for some headlines today. We got an update to a story that we've been following. One man been arrested in a connection with a car crash on Harry Wurzbach that happened on Monday morning. That suspect, identified by court records as Jesus Estrada, was charged with intoxication manslaughter along with at least 3 other charges. The crash happened around 1:30 a.m. on Monday morning, where police say that the passenger, who hasn't been identified just yet, pronounced dead at the scene. Court records say that Estrada currently facing a $150,000 bond.
All right, let's take a look at some of your morning headlines. After 3 months, a fugitive accused of murder now back in Bexar County. 24-year-old Andre Montera was shot and killed on the southwest side back in April. The man accused of pulling the trigger, see a photo of him right there, 22-year-old Ronnie J. Salas. The DA's office told us on Monday that Salas had been indicted, but said they could not comment further on an extradition timeline. Salas's bond is set at $350,000. Montera's mom is calling for more clarity in this process.
We're already suffering from the loss, then we suffer from the system.
Salas's next hearing is set for the beginning of November. The governor's office says that 3 months for an extradition process is, quote, not unusual given the legal requirements and logistics for a transfer.
This young man is in school, has been in school, has never before been arrested. He doesn't have any disciplinary problems at school.
Well, instead of starting school later on this week, a 13-year-old accused in the shooting death of his 8-year-old brother was in court, and his family is begging the judge there to release him. The teen faces a manslaughter charge for the shooting death of his brother. His name is Daniel Cáceres. That happened on July 25th. Investigators say the 13-year-old was handling the gun when it accidentally fired. Now, if the teen gets released, he'd be in his grandmother's custody. Judge William Cruz Shaw gave the family strict instructions. First, the grandmother's home must be searched. There cannot be any guns or ammos in the home as well. Second, the teen has to begin counseling immediately. Third, he cannot get in trouble while in juvenile detention. The teen is still in custody as of this morning. He's supposed to be back in court August the 25th. Guys.
All right, RJ, thank you, sir. Meanwhile, Kendall County commissioners are set to meet this morning at 9. On their agenda are items pertaining to the Hill Country floods, including discussing revision to the flood damage prevention order. Plus, they will be working on a letter requesting assistance from the USDA Emergency Watershed Protection.
And in a quick meeting in the Hill Country yesterday, the Ingram City Council approved a new flood warning system for the area. Now, council members went back and forth over whether this is the best system to install at this moment. That's because the first phase of the installation will not include flood sensors, but it will include notifications using information from the National Weather Service.
The simplicity of an outdoor warning siren is just the fact that it's a loud noise and it's abnormal. We're used to normal. Anytime there's something abnormal, it makes you perk up, look up, maybe go outside, maybe turn on the news. It's just going to be a reason to, hey, let's go get more information. And that's what you're missing if you don't have an outdoor warning siren system.
We have a lot of these details on this emergency warning system and what exactly the Ingram City Mayor has to say about it. You can find it at our website at KSAT.com.
Outside with live cam, it is 5:10, still 80 degrees. Doesn't want to cool down much this morning. We've got partly cloudy skies. Perseid meteor showers about to peak. You can actually see it a little bit this morning, but more so tomorrow morning. We're going to give you some details on how you can check it out coming up.
City housing managers use contractors for personal jobs and got discounts. After the break, what the rules are for this type of behavior.
And the Uvalde Consolidated School District released new information about the Robb Elementary shooting. We're going to bring you the takeaways from many pages of information coming up after. All right, 5:14 now. Welcome back to GMSA. So finally, after 3 years, Uvalde CISD has released records from the Robb Elementary shooting. 19 students and 2 teachers were killed back in 2022 when a gunman opened fire. Since then, questions have remained about the shooter and the school police officer training. And this morning, after a lengthy court fight, we do have new information about the gunman's past, Salvador Ramos. Now, we know that he had at least 22 disciplinary incidents between middle school and high school. This slowed down his sophomore year when he stopped going to school on a regular basis. According to the records, he withdrew in October of 2021, several months before the shooting because of poor academic performance. He was getting in trouble for fights with teachers, using homophobic slurs, and issues with other students. Now, we couldn't learn much about his health information because that portion is redacted. This means we don't know if there were any issues with mental health. So we also got to look at the Uvalde School District Police Department's plan for operations, though much of it is redacted. We did get to see that there was previous active shooter training at Uvalde High School back in March of 2022, just months before the deadly shooting at Robb Elementary. Now, this was a very lengthy report, and we're still reviewing it, and a number of people are doing that. And we'll bring you the very latest as we learn it on air and online at KSAT.com.
2 managers with the city housing department use a company under contract for the city with personal home improvement projects. Records say one of those leaders was given a steep discount on foundation work done at her property. Before these investigations, though, the Neighborhood and Housing Services Department didn't have a rule in place that banned this type of behavior.
It makes me wonder, how long has this been going on?
Tonight on the Night Beat, KSAT Investigates takes a deeper look at the financial relationship between the construction company and the city housing agency.
All right, let's talk some traffic, y'all. Taking a look here at our TransGuide traffic cameras, we have got the situation right here. That's going to be south of downtown, 90 at 35. Of course, SAISD starts school tomorrow, so enjoy those final hours of freedom out there for our kiddos there. Probably the parents are a little excited to get the kids back in school. 10 at the Y, traffic is moving along there, no major issues. How about the south side of town? Good morning to all of our folks there. Let's focus in a little bit on the northeast side because we've got ongoing construction issues right here now. The good news is that it's not further up the road over by Live Oak and the Universal City area. This is going to be our southbound traffic headed past Randolph Boulevard, headed past Weidner Road, as we get closer to 410 and 35. But for the most part, you see that traffic is starting to move along there, and you see just the amount of construction that's taking place over there in that one part of the city. And one more quick check of the north side right now before we go to my man Justin Horn. 1604 right here at Bitters Road. So for the next couple of days, they're going to have some major overnight construction, basically anywhere from this one stretch of Chavano Park, basically 1604 at I-10, all along the eastbound lanes of 1604 past Blanco Road, which again, also seeing some construction delays for our drivers that are going north and south on Blanco, all the way to parts of Hollywood Park and Stone Oak. So good news, we did not have too many issues yesterday morning for the morning commute. hopefully we keep it that way on this Tuesday morning. Justin, how are things going to be looking out there for all of our folks headed back to school today?
I will be fine this morning. No big issues. All is well. My kiddo's going back this morning, by the way, so I can't wait to see some pictures. She's still got about another hour left to sleep. Then make sure she's up and ready to go. All right, here's the big picture. We've got some showers and storms that have gathered across North Texas this morning. There's an outflow boundary that is right about here. And keep in mind, an outflow boundary is like a mini front. It acts as something that can give lift to some showers and storms. It doesn't really cool us down a whole lot, but this boundary is going to seep south into the hill country later this morning and going into this afternoon. And I think it will be a focus for some showers and storms. So that's what I'm going to be watching later today. That's just one factor. We've got the heating and still quite a bit of moisture in place too. So let's look at the futurecast here. And by 4 o'clock today, it does want to paint some pop-up showers and storms. And I think as that boundary gets a little closer, we'll see maybe a little bit more coverage. That's why I'm going to put in a 30% chance of rain today. And then tonight by 9, 10 o'clock, most of it goes away. And that boundary will still probably be around tomorrow. So I think on your Wednesday, same story, 30% chance of rain. Some of you will get a good downpour. I'll tell you this, we're not expecting severe weather, but gusty winds are possible with any storm that develops. Well, let's get you off to school today. 78 degrees this morning for drop-off. For pickup, look, it's still going to be hot, even though we have that chance for rain, 30%. Still around 99 this afternoon. So toasty and humid. Heat index values will be up around 102. Here in San Antonio, 101 Honda, 106 in Carrizo Springs. So still some pretty dangerous heating spots, despite the fact we have that chance for rain. Let's go outside. We can see some clouds in the distance there, but still partly cloudy in San Antonio, 80. Feels like numbers 84 at 5 in the morning. That's rough. 73 in New Braunfels, 80 Converse, 72 Bernie. So we're getting off to a warm start. By the way, the Persean meteor shower, we saw some this morning. They're going to peak tomorrow morning if you want to check it out. So the best time, you got to get up kind of early, midnight to dawn. And what you want to do here is look north, moon at your back, because the moon's kind of bright right now. It obstructs our view a little bit because of the light pollution. And you want to try to get away from some of those city lights. Up to 50 to 100 meteors per hour possible. This is always a good meteor shower if you're into that sort of thing. And a bonus here, Venus and Jupiter, quote unquote, kiss, meaning they'll get very close in the sky. Ooh, okay. If you want to check that out with your telescope there. All right, 98 degrees coming up tomorrow, 100 on Thursday, 98 Friday, Saturday, and coming up next half hour, we'll discuss this a little bit. We got a little area of tropical moisture coming in, which could give us a little better chance for rain, and then it gets hot and dry Sunday and Monday. All right. Okay, I was going to say I can pull it up here. If you can pull the graphics back up, I can put it back up very quickly for you. So on this day, IBM released its first personal computer, revolutionizing computing. What year was it? This was a big deal in this year. Was it 1977, 1981, 1986, or 1990? You can vote. Go to ksat.com/poll. And we'll get you that answer here in about an hour and a half.
Well, let me just calculate it right now.
Okay. Too early for math right now.
5:21 right now, y'all. 80 degrees outside.
All right. Ford is betting big on electric vehicles and says it wants to have a more affordable pickup ready to roll out in early 2027. This and more of your latest tech headlines when we come back.
In today's Tech Bites, Ford is planning to roll out a new and more affordable electric pickup truck. It would be a mid-size with a sticker price around $30,000. That's at least $20,000 cheaper than similar EV trucks on the market. Ford is hoping to have it ready within 18 months. A new study says smartwatches are not very good at tracking your stress. Researchers had 800 people compare their stress readings with what they actually reported feeling 4 times a day for 3 months. The result? Little, if any, agreement between the two. And finally, we've seen robots do laundry, even step into the boxing ring. And now they've joined a band. Yes, the talents of a robot band from China were on display at the World Humanoid Robot Games. What will they think of next? Hopefully not news anchors. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Rhiannon Alley. Have a great day.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Gray, drop and give me 20.
Let's go.
Back to school season means back to those Friday night lights, or Thursday night lights in this case. KSAT's gearing up for the 2025 KSAT Pigskin Classic, and this year Sotomayor takes on Clark. It's going down on August 28th at Ferris Stadium on the northwest side of town in Northside ISD. Kickoff is 7 o'clock that night. We hope you can join us there. Jaffney and I and the crew, we will be there. And if you can't be there in person, you can watch it on KSAT.com, KSAT 12, KSAT everything. The BGC app. Don't miss the fun before the game, too. The KSAT sports team will be live with KSAT Game Day starting at 6:30 p.m. So big day of football coming up a few Thursdays from now.
Hopefully one of those teams can send me a good chant in the meantime so I can get that ready.
Oh.
I love to chant. If you know me, I was marching band, always screaming.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
yeah, y'all send me something.
Sotomayor and Clark.
And we're going to get like a whole audience going. One from each team. All right, 526 right now, 80 degrees outside.
I have more to come here on GMSA. We'll be right back.
Down here in Floresville ISD, the Tigers and Jaguars getting ready to go back to school. Why they say a new 4-day school week could make a big difference in learning.
We're back.
Check your clocks, guys. Look, if your alarm isn't going off right now, you might be late for school. I'm just going to be honest with you because it's coming up on 5:30. We need to hear some.
Okay.
What time did you go to school?
I know, I was about to say, Jeff.
Well, I had to get up and get prepared. Have you guys, you remember like those old school clocks? I always liked those old metal golden clocks. With
the little hammer on the top.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
sure.
That was the kind of alarm that I woke up with. And then it turned into that annoying
Digital.
That's why you got to set it to the radio back in the day.
No, I did that once and I slept straight through NSYNC. I was just, bro, I'm not waking up on this one, but
Gives us
either
a
way.
glimpse at your decade.
My alarm was my dad going into our room. I would share my room with my brother and be like, all right, time to get up. That was my alarm.
Well, I hope you guys are up with us today.
Oh, man.
And you need to be prepared because the weather outside don't want to be burning people up too much.
No, you're right. And there's a couple of fronts, not cold fronts, but literally fronts that you want to watch. That as far as the heat and then rain. So those are kind of two things you got to watch today. 80 degrees right now. It is warm. If you're stepping out the door with the backpack, it's you're still going to be sweating even at this hour with temperatures in the low 80s. 74 Kerrville, 78 right now in Hondo, 82 Carrizo Springs, 84 right now at Eagle Pass. And the forecast for today will be up to 90 by noontime. I mean, this has been very consistent, but it's what happens in the afternoon that kind of changes a little bit. Yesterday we had some activity. Today I think we have a little bit more. So a 30% chance of rain, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. This could affect evening commute. Like I said yesterday, after school activities, these are all things you want to watch. And then the other side to this is the heat. Yes, 99 this afternoon. Heat index will be up around 102. So you're starting to get into that zone where it's a little rough to be outside. Sunrise this morning will be straight up 7 o'clock, hour and a half away. Sunset 8:17, so we're still at about 13 hours of daylight. More rain tomorrow, and we're still watching what's going on in the tropics. I'm going to get you an update on Tropical Storm Aaron, which likely becomes a hurricane. We've got some new updates on Aaron that we'll share with you coming up. But we get over to RJ now with a look at what's going on the roads. RJ.
All right, thank you very much, Justin. Tropical Storm Aaron. Okay, let's take a look at your traffic authority, 37 South Cross. Good morning to all of our folks out here on the southeast side of town. Glad you're with us on this Tuesday morning. 410 Exchange Parkway traffic looking pretty good out there for all of our folks over in Leon Valley. Real quick reminder, still have ongoing construction issues taking place here. 35 northbound, the lower levels are closed. That will be the case throughout the rest of the next couple of weeks or so. Northeast side traffic is starting to clear out there for our drivers north and southbound. And the only other major concern is going to be right here. Northwest Military Highway, all the eastbound main lanes still closed all the way past Blanco Road. Same situation, Blanco Road, north and southbound traffic. So again, if you're stepping outside right now, not seeing too many cars on the roads, but still, we'll continue to monitor this situation as we make our way through on your Tuesday morning. Guys, back to you.
All right, 5:32 now. Alamo Heights City Council passed what's called a special use permit, or an SUP, so that a private dining club can expand in a residential area. Alamo Heights has been working to expand the Argyle for more than 3 years. The Texas Biomedical Research Institute owns the club, and people who live next door are worried that the construction could hurt public safety by bringing in more traffic.
The aim of this SUP is to ensure that the proposed use does not disrupt the neighborhood's character or quality of life. It's really important.
So another concern with the vote is that 3 of the 5 city council members are members of the Argyle, including the mayor. Alamo Heights City Council voted 4-1 to approve that SUP.
I can't think of 2 better reasons to take a strategic pause on this until we have all of the data and can really lay out for our community the costs, the benefits of not only the potential new Spurs arena, but this overall endeavor.
Okay, now the latest with Project Marvel. This is stirring a lot of debate online. San Antonio Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones is not backing down. In fact, she's doubling down on her call for another review into Project Marvel. That's what she was focusing on in a surprise press conference at City Hall yesterday afternoon. This comes after last week she asked for a strategic pause into the negotiations about the Spurs arena. Here's the thing, most city council members want to keep negotiations going on with the Spurs. The city manager, Eric Walsh, told the mayor and council that he'll keep talking with the Spurs while also looking into another economic study to help get estimates for the overall cost of the arena and how much the city would have to contribute. Now, Mayor Jones has been pushing for specifics on those details before continuing forward. The Spurs are asking for around $490 million from the city. They're putting in another $500 million and asking Bexar County voters to approve the other $311 million. The next date to watch going to be August 21st for a potential term sheet from the city.
Okay, so we got the first free Narcan dispenser showing up in San Antonio. The medication helps reverse that opioid poisoning or overdose and has saved countless lives. We got a group of moms who have lost their children to overdose called Angel Moms, are part of Souls for Walking for Souls. Now, that's a nonprofit organization that educates families about fentanyl and Narcan. The dispenser, located at the San Antonio Recovery Center on San Pedro, has only been around a month and has already had to be refilled. Each of the dispensers holds up to 100 boxes of Narcan, and they come with directions at the bottom, the signs of fentanyl poisoning and the directions for using Narcan.
It's everywhere. It's in everything, and nobody talks about it because it's like just a stigma. Like, not my kid. My kid would never do that, but it's anybody's kid.
So more dispensers will soon be placed around town, with each featuring a different Angel Mom's loved one. Any families in Texas who have lost loved ones to fentanyl poisoning can contact Souls Walking for Souls to have a Narcan dispenser dedicated to their child.
Hi, this morning, 4,000 kiddos getting ready to hear that bell ring again for their first day of school.
And we heard from Devin Carp earlier, who's in Floresville ISD this morning. Let's get right out to him as we speak.
Hey, good morning, guys. All right, the enthusiasm is here. First day of school for the Tigers and Jaguars here in Floresville ISD. We're over here in Floresville South Elementary. Good morning. How's it going, Doctor?
Good morning. It's going great. We're super excited.
Awesome. Yeah, I know you guys are here. We're getting used to it. You guys have been getting ready all summer for it. What are you most excited about with all the kiddos coming through that front door?
This morning we are most excited about, we've got about 1,000 kids coming, and their families walk them to class each day and drop them off at their classroom door. So just welcoming our families back for the new school year.
Awesome. Yeah, and I understand y'all are going to have some changes with a 4-day school week coming up here. Not immediately. You guys are going to ease into it. But tell me, what have you guys been doing behind the scenes to prepare for that?
So this summer, our teaching and learning team has really worked with our teachers to redesign their curriculum to be able to maximize instruction during the day. And we added a little bit of extra minutes to the school day to ensure learning for our kids.
Awesome. That's fantastic. So making sure that everybody gets in that nice balance. When it comes to the first day of school, I'm curious, do you have any traditions you do? Is there any traditions in the school here, anything to kind of make it easier for parents as they start to drop their kiddos off again?
Yes, we at Floresville ISD are a nationally recognized showcase school for capturing kids' hearts. So we really work with families to build those relationships. We welcome them all in to bring their kids. And then the first day really focuses on those types of things. So we're excited about that.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for having us here, Dr. Schluter. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. We're excited.
Awesome. All right, we're going to finish up all the back-to-school coverage you need here. Coming up the rest of the morning on GMSA, we'll be here at Floresville ISD, just south of San Antonio, watching all the kids get ready for that first bell to ring. I'll send it back to y'all over here. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Right outside with live cam, it is 5:37, 80 degrees. Still partly cloudy here in San Antonio. Out in the tropics, though, we've got a new tropical storm, and this likely becomes a hurricane. We've got the latest track from the National Hurricane Center showing you where this is moving. Coming up.
Elon Musk takes on Apple, threatening to sue. Coming up, why he claims Apple is holding his AI app back.
541, welcome back. It is a back-to-school Tuesday for several districts across Bexar County and our surrounding areas. Right now, traffic is looking pretty good, but we're keeping an eye on construction, major construction, 1604 on the north side of town. We'll be back with more news, traffic, and weather on Good Morning San Antonio.
It's 5:44 now, so finally, after 3 years, the Uvalde School District has released records from the Robb Elementary shooting. 19 students and 2 teachers, of course, were killed in 2022 when a gunman opened fire. Since then, questions have remained about the shooter and the school's police training. And this morning, after a court fight, a lengthy fight, we finally have some new answers. Our Daniela Ibarra with KSAT Investigates has been digging through these documents along with her team. And here are some of the takeaways that they found. Now, we have takeaways from the records released from the Uvalde Consolidated the Consolidated School District. And we found an email that was sent to the district a couple of weeks after the shooting. It was from a sales manager at a security company that specializes in loss. The email says the security manager felt very sorry for what had happened because they had actually been at the school district in April, just a couple of weeks before the shooting. They were also offering some of the services that were going to be presented in a school board meeting in May. Meanwhile, former Uvalde school officer Adrian Gonzalez wants his trial moved out of Uvalde County. His lawyers say massive media coverage and community impact make it hard for him to get a fair trial in that area. The motion includes affidavits from locals who say the tragedy still runs deep in that area. Gonzalez pleaded not guilty to 29 counts of child endangerment and abandonment. The defense wants a jury that can be fair and unbiased.
This morning, we got a deadly shooting outside of a Target in North Austin. It left 3 people dead, including a child. Police say that the suspect is a 32-year-old man with mental health issues. He stole a car from the parking lot and then fled. He later crashed in that car, took another from the Volkswagen dealership, and then was called after a bystander called police. The owner of the first stolen car, among those killed. Officers used a taser to detain the suspect, who is now in custody. But police are still working to figure out a motive.
This morning, Elon Musk is threatening Apple with legal action. He alleges the company is keeping the artificial intelligence app Grok ranked below ChatGPT. Grok is a product of a company called XAI, which Musk owns. Musk wrote on social media that Apple has made it impossible for any AI app, aside from ChatGPT, to reach the top spot. He accused the company of violating antitrust violations. Now, right now, ChatGPT is number 1 in top free apps section of the iPhone App Store, while Grok is number 6.
Hundreds of thousands of you rent your home, and you need to know your rights. We got the city of San Antonio stepping in to help you, working with the Neighborhood and Housing Services Department and the Fair Housing Council of Texas to hold a renters' rights information session. People can learn more about eviction, repairs, fair housing, and other issues. The session is taking place 5:30 today at the Walker Ranch Senior Center.
Later today, yet another San Antonio school district will look at joining the growing list of banning cell phones in Texas classrooms. Today, the Northside ISD board will consider a ban in accordance with the new Governor Abbott's signed House Bill 1481 that was signed into law back in early August, I should say. So according to the Texas Education Agency, the new law requires all school systems to adopt and implement some sort of policy prohibiting the use of personal communication devices by students on school property during the day. Northside ISD says it has no finalized policy in place at this time, but it should have one in place soon. The board will meet tonight at 6 o'clock. My kids went back yesterday, and my phone was noticeably quiet compared to last year.
Yes.
And they weren't thrilled about it, but I mean, it's just a new reality for them right now.
It is the rule. You know, when I was going to school, my school just didn't play that. If you they knew the body language under the desk. It would be,
they'd take it.
Yeah, they'll take it, and you can't get it back till the end of the year. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's funny how different our generations are, because nowadays that phone is literally a lifeline sometimes.
Yeah, for us, they would take away our beepers.
Hey!
Y'all had beepers?
Texas Instruments calculator.
That too.
Well, there you go.
We're old.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the forecast here.
Oh my gosh.
This is a great back-to-school picture. We got a ton on KSAT Connect. This is just one of many great ones, but Felicia sent this in. First day of 4th grade. Looking good. Ready to go. We love the pictures. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. All right, let's go out to the tropics. We're going to go into the Atlantic. We've got Tropical Storm Aaron this morning. That's right here. Now, it's lost some of its thunderstorm activity, but it's got a nice little swirl to it. Looks pretty well defined, and I think the system is going to thrive over the next couple of days. There is a good environment for Aaron to really start to pick up intensity. Right now, winds are at 45 miles per hour. It's moving west at about 22 miles per hour. And the forecast calls for this to, yes, go into hurricane mode here, probably by Thursday. By Friday morning, we've got winds at 100 miles per hour. And then this could become a major hurricane by the weekend, as we're expecting this to be a Cat 3 storm. Now, we kind of fast forwarded past that last part, but I do think this avoids most of the islands. And at this point, it looks like it's going to turn north to the Atlantic and hopefully miss land altogether. That would be an ideal situation. Outside, 80 degrees at the airport, 73 in New Braunfels, 80 in Converse, 72 Bernie, 79 right now at Stinson. It is a warm morning. Futurecast calls for some showers and storms to develop this afternoon. As I said, a 30% chance of rain today, mainly between the hours of 2 and 8 p.m. And even around 6 o'clock, it's showing this spotty shower downpour activity. Now, one thing that's going to play into all this, we've got an outflow boundary that's coming in from the north and west. So that should give us some decent lift today, and it will still be around tomorrow. So I think on your Wednesday, there will be about a 30% chance of rain. If you get underneath one of these downpours, you could pick up a quick 1/10 of an inch, maybe a little bit more, 1/4 of an inch in some cases. Gusty winds will also be possible with these heavier storms. It's just a matter of if you can get one of these to pop up around where you are. It's just kind of the luck of the draw, if you will. 78 degrees this morning, and then by noontime, 90, 93 at 1 o'clock. We've got that pop-up downpour in the forecast at 2 o'clock. We bump it up to 30% chance, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. And again, even going into the evening, we'll have some chances there. Here is the setup. If you look at the upper level pattern, we're kind of flanked by 2 ridges of high pressure. So we're in the middle where there's nothing really capping the atmosphere, so to speak. But as we get into Thursday, ridge of high pressure moves a little closer. That will bring rain chances down. Here's the other thing I'm watching. It's a little interesting. We've got a little wave that's going to come in from the south and west, or south and east, I should say. It's a tropical wave. Now, it doesn't really show signs of development, but it will throw some moisture in our direction, I think, as we get into Friday night and Saturday. Something to watch. Could bring some slightly better rain chances there, too. So 30% chance today, tomorrow, 20% chance Thursday, and most of Friday. And again, we'll bump rain chances up a little bit Saturday, depending on what happens with some of that tropical moisture. And then hot Sunday and Monday. All right. Just as Justin this morning has to do about computers. So on this day, in what year, IBM released its first personal computer? It was a big deal on this date back on that year. Was it 1977, 1981, 1986, or 1990? You can vote. Go to ksat.com/polls, scan the QR code right now. 1981 has all the votes. Interesting.
All
Very
right.
interesting. Okay.
How are we looking on our roadways, RJ?
All right, yes, let's take a look at your traffic authority right now. And by the way, yes, Justin, I also had a beeper for a short time.
Hey!
143, that was the pretty common message. I don't know if you guys remember what that means. 143?
No.
It means I love you. Okay.
What?
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, what could I say? It was a weird time.
How many times did you send that out?
I never sent that out and never got it either. I just knew one day I might get it. Maybe my wife. Okay. All right, 281 here at Loop 410. Traffic by the airport is moving along, so no major issues right here. Another shot at 281 at St. Mary's. This is going to be north of San Antonio. 90 at Couples. No major issues there as well. 90 expected to get pretty busy, pretty much outside 1604 as we start school for Medina Valley ISD. All right, I'm keeping an eye on this situation. So we moved our camera a little bit further northeast. It's going to be a little bit past Topper Wine, right there at the Pat Booker exit. Not sure why we're seeing that purple line there. It looks like the exit to Pat Booker is, for the most part, open, and our northbound traffic is moving along there. Southbound traffic, no major issues there as well. Let's give you a quick check of things on the north side of town. And we have cleared out some of the construction that we saw overnight. So again, this is going to be an ongoing thing the rest of this week, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Basically, this one stretch right here, Lock Hill Selma, Northwest Military, Blanco Road. We're going to see a lot of construction work in the overnight hours on 1604. That's going to be our eastbound traffic. All right, that's a quick check on the roads. Let's send it back to you guys.
All right. Thank you so much, RJ. Okay, listen up. It is 5:54. We're going to be calling out these times to get all of our people up and ready to get back to school.
Indeed. We have more coverage coming up in just a little bit. Don't go.
All right. We got more of your back to school coverage and headlines for your day on GMSA.
Look outside of the roads. RJ standing by to get us out the door on time. Again, first day of school for some kiddos. We're back after a break.